Morning. Yeah, first off, I know I should be doing this outside, but I got the doors open. It's a little windy out today. Um, so I got 5 gallons of fresh gas here. I am not affiliated. That's just what I use. Fuel injector, cleaner, and stable. So basically, when the jug's capped off like this, I know it hasn't been treated. Okay, so basically I add 1 ounce of STP, and I get about 4 uses out of 1 bottle. So that one's a dead soldier. And then I add year round. About that much stable. Okay, and then after that I change the gas cap around where it's a nozzle, so I know it's been treated. And cap it off. That's my mixture to use to I'm going to be swapping out some gas and some machines today. All right, we're going to do a fuel swap. We're going to start with Hawk 2. Figure while I got him in the shop here, I'll go ahead and check the tire pressures. A couple of them are kind of low, but the easiest way to do this is to remove the hood. 2 screws on the side. And I've already unhooked the LED and the light connector. Take them 2 screws out. Basically grab it from the bottom here and lift. Slide it forward. Set it off to the side. Alright, that's step 1. Okay, step 2, I'm going to remove the air filter, pull the fuel line from off there, feed it through the hole. That way I've got enough fuel line to go into an empty fuel jug. Okay, so this whole job just required the use of a flat tip screwdriver to remove the hood and to remove the air filter. I do have a spider nest in there I'm going to have to get rid of. Air filter doesn't look bad at all. Gasket doesn't look bad. So basically we're going to unhook from here, pull the line back, and dump it into that gas can. Okay, looks like I got plenty of gas in there, and it's bluish, but yeah, I don't know, my two gallon jug might not be enough. So what we got going here is I removed the fuel line from the pump, pulled it back, and it's now draining into that 2 gallon jug. Pro tip, when you got the top off the carburetor, close the choke, that way you don't drop nothing down in there. And this gives me a good opportunity to give the engine a good look over. I just see a little seepage right there. I'm not going to worry about it. Everything's looking pretty good. High temp paint's looking a little rough, but that's to be expected. Let's see what we got here. Valve covers, yeah, these Briggs seep a lot, but that's not bad at all. I might wipe that down a little bit, but overall the engine's looking good. I'll probably go ahead and grease the front end and the steering sector while it's in here. But yeah, first thing is get the gas drained out of it, and it's going. It's just going to take a little while. I think I found the first problem with Hulk's running rough the other day. I went to use the vent hole to pressurize the tank to help the fuel come out quicker, and the pump kept shutting off. My vent hole was blocked, so I used a pick and picked it out, and now it's pressurizing the tank. So let's see if that helps. Alright, well, Hawk 2's draining. I brought the gen set out. Fuel gauge shows about half a tank. I'm not sure how many gallons that tank is, but I got another little 2-gallon jug, and this one's draining pretty good. I did notice the fuel shutoff valve, when it's in the off position, I do have a drip. So I think the valve may have kept fuel in the carburetor. I don't know. I'll evaluate that, and I may go ahead and pull the carb off and just take a look at that. Alright, so I pulled the carb off the Jenny, and I think I drained most of the fuel out. That one's loose. So let's crack this one open. Oh yeah. That one's tight. I may have to put it in the vise. Let me try one more time. Yeah, we're going to have to use the vise. Okay, so I just want to lightly hold it so I can break this bolt loose. That puppy is tight. Oh crap. There we go. All right. Whew. Bring you back down here. All right. I don't know if that should have been that tight. This was bought new when I first got that $25 generator. And actually this wasn't bought. This was actually just sent to me from the company. Well, yeah, I didn't get all the gas out, but I don't see any crud in there. That looks pretty clean to me. I do see some crud that may have come out of there. Let me pull this float. Look at it don't look too bad. I guess I'm just going to hit it with some carb cleaner there and blow it out with the air gun. That's about all I can do. Fuel line broke off. Yeah, I'm going to have to address that. All right, I'll get back with you. All right, I sprayed it out with some carb cleaner. Everything looked good. I feel air coming out everywhere, so yeah, we're gonna. All right, well, I'm gonna put it back together and go see if I can find a fuel line for it.
Loans for small businesses and low to moderate income areas. So everyone has a chance to move forward financially.
That looks good.
PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you.
Good in there.
COVID vaccines and booster shots for variants. That's great.
I'm different from here. Played a doctor on TV once.
Well, people are smart. They prefer real facts from real doctors.
Pretty sure I could do a ton of medical stuff with just a ballpoint pen and ordinary kitchen matches.
That's absolutely false. With new variants on the rise and the winter leading to more indoor activities, it's important that we stay vigilant in our fight against this virus.
Malibu Medical, 2 episodes.
I'll figure out the drain plug here in a minute.
Get real facts, make an informed decision.
For tires, I only trust Goodyear. So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber.
It goes on this way, so the drain plug needs to be out this way. All right.
NBC's coverage of car is brought to you by Expel. Get the protection you need with Expel paint protection film, ceramic and window film. Honda, an official vehicle of the NTT IndyCar Series. Hy-Vee, throughout race season, HyVeeDeals.com provides...
About all I can do to that guy. We'll
HyVeeDeals.com, proud sponsor of the number 45
choke,
car.
throttle, feels good. Let me go find some fuel line. Well, I dug out all my fuel line options. Obviously, 1/4 inch ain't going to work. So the issue I have, this blue fuel line fits the cutoff valve perfectly, but on the carburetor, it's just seating around the lip. So I'm wondering if, because the fuel line, the fuel nipples, this is smaller than the cutoff valve nipple. This blue line fits the cutoff perfectly, so I need to see if I can figure out. I wonder if I heat the end and manually try to shrink it down. I got enough here to play with, so let me try that. Man, that wind's kicking out there. So I heated this hose up and I was able to get the clamp on it, and while it was still warm I got it on the carb, so now I'm letting it cool. I am going to save this little chunk here, so next time I go to the hardware store I'm going to look and see, because it's easier to heat these lines and make them bigger than it is to heat them and make them smaller. But that's pretty snug there. It's going to leak or it's not. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to put it on with the blue line and see what happens. Well, we're about to have a moment of truth, but this is the old fuel line. I do have a part number on it. So what I'm probably going to do is order the correct cutoff valve and a new fuel line to fit that. But right now we're going to go see if this thing's going to leak. Sorry for the wind. I'm only going to put about 1/2 gallon in here just to see what's going to happen, and I'll probably end up having to drain it out anyhow. I just want to get it to register on the gauge. If you're wondering, the gas that came out of here is probably 2 years old, and it went into the blue pickup. That should be enough to test this. Okay, put this way over here. Okay, let's turn the fuel on and see if we got any leaks. I'm gonna let it go a few minutes to feel the app. It's leaking. Yeah, I see a little drop there, but we're gonna go ahead and see if it'll fire up. All right, yeah, it's leaking, but let's see if it starts. That sounds a lot better. Let me grab a load. Yeah, I'm going to have to drain it. It's dripping pretty good. Load. Download. Alright, so I capped the fuel valve off, and also capped off the fuel line going to the carburetor, keep daubers out of them. Until I can put this away now, until I get some parts ordered. Well, Hawk 2's still draining, but I decided to try to speed some things up because he had almost a full tank. So this one's actually draining pretty quick. Yeah, it's been a while since I siphoned gas. Okay, so I gave up on the siphon, or the siphon gave up on me. So I switched over to the air hose and pumped the tank up until I seen nothing coming out of the filter, and the tank is empty. Yep, tank was pressurized and there's nothing coming out now. So we're gonna put a new filter on, clean this up, put it back on, put about a gallon of fresh gas in, and I gotta go to town because one, my truck's full and I got no place to put this other gas, and two, I need to pick up a couple more filters for the other machines. So I'm gonna put Hulk back together and get him fired up and run to town. All right, we're just about there, but got to looking at the air filter. Air filter element looks really good. I pulled the pre-filter off and I blew it out from the inside out. A little discoloration, but it's clean, so we're going to reuse that. Put the new fuel filter on. You can actually see it had some gunk, but I drained the gas from the tank through the filter, and then that old gas went into the vehicles, so it's still clean gas. So anyhow, let me get this finished up. All right, we're going to put about a gallon into it, and then we're going to pressurize the system, get the fuel filter full, and see what we got. All right, so I just did it the old-fashioned way, and I unhooked it. Now, yeah, we got a full filter. So let me hook it up, see if she's going to fire up. The other machines will just have to wait. So here we go. Uh-oh. It all looks good. I'm going to button the hood up, grease the front end, and put things away. My race is on, so yeah, I want to watch the race. Okay, front end's greased, hood's attached. Last thing to do, LED connector for the LED lights that I modified, the regular headlight connector. Tuck that down in there, and that's it. I'm gonna go put them away now. So I definitely have something going on with the solenoid because I had to beat on it to get it to start. So I'm pretty sure it's a bad ground. I went ahead and brought old girl into the shop here because I want to drain the gas out of her also. This will give me something to work on tomorrow, troubleshoot that starting problem. And for now, I'm just going to put everybody else away. So it's not often I get all my Craftsman out. Hulk 2 is done. I still need to drain the fuel in this one, but the fuel filter's clean. This one's good to go. That one was actually empty, and we put fresh gas in it. Red's ready to mow, fully serviced and ready to go. So now I gotta put them all back in there. just got back from town. Picked up 3 new fuel filters. Yeah, even one's an Ace filter, but they're all the same price. Got another solenoid just in case, and I got some more gas treatment stuff because I was out of the STP and I'm just about out of stable. Yeah, so that'll last me probably halfway into the summer. So I'm done for the day. We're gonna finish up here, and then I'll put this together. Thanks for watching.